Hey Credit Warriors, Credit Shifu here, and today we are talking about downgrade options for American Express cards. Well, product change options really. I mean, you could upgrade, but with the current economic climate, a lot of people may be thinking of downgrading to avoid the annual fee, or you may just have, something like the Amex Platinum. It's a travel credit card, but all the Centurion lounges that you have access to are closed right now.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Most hotels are closed. You're not really doing any traveling now anyway, so you're not really using the benefits. So you may think, it's not really worth the annual fee, $550 a year. I might as well downgrade it. So that's what we're going to talk about today. If you want to know about Chase downgrade rules, we have another video on that. Okay, it's on our channel. You can look out for that a few videos back. We'll also post the links to it below and stuff. But today we're talking about downgrading Amex. So let's get into it. Now, first of all, before we consider what the downgrade rules are, let's talk about should you downgrade or not, because there's a couple of other options that you might want to consider before downgrading. Now, first of all, if you are in the military, you may or may not know that American Express honors the SCRA benefits, for the military. They actually waive annual fees on many of their cards for military members and their spouses, all right? So it's actually very generous. Amex is one of the better issuers, in delivering those benefits to the cardholder. And they actually have a landing page for military members. I'll put it on screen now. This is the page, and you can actually apply for the benefits online, okay? Now, I think probably most people who apply for the card while they're in the military probably know this, but if you had the card, from before and now you are in the military, maybe you didn't know this, and you can actually go and apply and get your annual fees waived. So that's a great benefit. So if you're thinking of downgrading and you didn't realize you can get your annual fees waived for being in the military, well, there you go. You can apply through that site. I'll put the link to that below. Next, if you're just, if you're not in the military, so you can't do that, and you're thinking of downgrading, you might want to first consider a retention offer and whether it would be worth it to keep the card if they give you a retention bonus. It's kind of like a sign-up bonus. So what you do for this is if your anniversary is coming up, where you have to pay the annual fee, you just phone them up and say, hey, I'm thinking of canceling. Are there any retention offers available that you might be able to offer me, okay? And they'll normally put you on hold for a few minutes and then come back to you and say, yeah, I could offer you this. And it'll normally be either a statement credit or a certain number of points for doing some spending in like a 1 month period or a 3 month period. Basically like a sign-up bonus, a mini sign-up bonus. I got one on the Amex SPG card, the old one that's now the Marriott Bonvoy card, and they offered me 7,000 SPG points, which is equivalent to 21,000 Marriott points, in the new system, for $500 worth of spending in 1 month, okay? So very easy spending requirement to meet, and yeah, kind of like a mini sign-up bonus. I have that video on my channel. That's this video here. You guys can check that out if you want. Just search retention offers on my channel, and you can find out all about it, all right? So if you're not in the military, if you've tried for a retention offer, but you don't think it's really worth it, then you're going to think about downgrading, all right? So you've decided you want to downgrade. Let's tell you all of the downgrade rules for American Express cards. So the first rule is that you cannot product change between charge cards and credit cards. So charge cards, well, Amex doesn't really like to call them charge cards anymore, since you can actually borrow money off them, but they still do kind of behave like charge cards in that they don't have a preset spending limit. They show up on your credit report as an open credit account, no credit limit. So I don't really know what they are. They're kind of a hybrid now. But anyway, the traditional looking Amex cards with the actual Centurion on them, we're talking gold, platinum, green, Centurion, if you're lucky enough to have that. Anyway, you can't switch between those cards and, just regular Amex credit cards that are actually, marketed as credit cards and have a credit limit, okay? Next rule, you can only switch between cards that earn the same type of rewards. For example, cashback to cashback, or MR points to MR points, or co-branded like certain airlines, those points to each other. Next rule, you cannot switch between co-branded series of cards. So Delta Airlines, you could only switch to a Delta card. Marriott, you could only switch to a different Marriott card. And this is basically the same as the rule above, okay? And lastly, you cannot product change between business and personal cards. And that rule, it's kind of pretty obvious. Most other issuers have that rule. You can't switch between business and personal. But I just thought I'd, say that, throw that in, okay? So if you have the Amex Platinum $550 annual fee, you want to get that annual fee down. The lowest card you can actually downgrade to is the green, which is a $150 annual fee. It's gone up. It's a bit more expensive than it used to be. But yeah, that's the lowest card you can get down. There's no 0 annual fee option. However, with some of the Amex credit cards, there are much better, options to downgrade and avoid an annual fee completely. For example, if you have the Everyday Preferred, you can go down to the Everyday. If you've got any of the Delta cards, you can go down to the Delta Blue, which is no annual fee. So there's a lot of options. And we do actually have an article on our website, I'll put the link below, that gives you basically all of the Amex cards and their downgrade and product change options, okay? Every single series that you can change through, and you can find your own card on there and see what the options are. So one other thing we should point out as well is that before you think, oh, my card anniversary is not for a year, if I've already paid the annual fee this time, if I downgrade now, I'm kind of like losing all that annual fee. Actually, it's not the case, because annual fees are prorated, so you will actually get refunded your annual fee. For example, if you had the Amex Platinum and you downgraded 6 months, 6 months into your card member year, you would get half your annual fee back, okay? You would, though, have to pay the annual fee on the green or gold or whatever you downgraded to. So, you have to work it out with the math, but, you will get half your annual fee back. It's prorated on a month-by-month basis. Then the last thing as well is that, let's say you downgrade the Amex Platinum, you downgrade it to green, and then you think, well, I've got green now, and so in the future, instead of upgrading, I will actually just, do a fresh application for the Amex Platinum and get the sign-up bonus again, okay? Oh, no. So Amex has this once-in-a-lifetime rule for sign-up bonuses. So actually, you can't do it, okay? You can't do it twice in one lifetime. You got to reincarnate and wait till your next lifetime. Okay, just kidding there. But anyway, there is a little bit of a hack for this, though, that let's say you had the Platinum, you downgrade to the green. You could then, next time, if you want the Platinum again, you could go for the Charles Schwab Amex Platinum. Okay, just open an account with Schwab and, get the Amex Platinum that's co-branded with Charles Schwab. That's considered a different card, and you would be able to get the sign-up bonus on that card, okay? Same goes for any of the other co-branded Platinums, although actually there don't seem to be that many now. I know the Mercedes one was discontinued. I'm not sure about the status of some of the others, but they are considered separate products. So that's kind of it, guys. And lastly, you may just think, why downgrade? Why not just cancel completely? Well, if you cancel a credit card, it can affect your credit score, especially if it's one of your older accounts. Shortening the age of open accounts in as well. You also would affect the overall amount of credit you have. So if you spend the same amount of money, you're going to raise your credit utilization, which is also bad for your credit score as well. Now, obviously with charge cards, you don't have a preset spending limit. So canceling a charge card is going to have less of an effect on your credit score than canceling a credit card would. So if you actually have a charge card, which we're technically not supposed to say charge card anymore, but whatever, I don't know what else to say. It might be easier, less effect on your credit score if you cancel a charge card than if you cancel a credit card. And that's good, because there's no annual fee option for charge cards. So canceling one could be a very real, option for you if you're kind of strapped for cash and you just want to get refunded your annual fee or whatever. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, we do have an article on our website in a pinned comment below that gives you all of the different upgrade and downgrade streams for all different cards. So do check that out. You can find your own card on there. And guys, I just want to take this moment to shamelessly plug our Instagram at The Credit Shifu. Do go over there and like us. We're currently doing a little competition this week. So basically, if you follow us on Instagram, you then send us a direct message with the answer to this question: how many hotel rooms are American Express and Hilton providing to healthcare workers? Okay, the answer is in our video from yesterday about all the things hotel credit cards and hotel companies are doing to help people out at the moment during this unusual situation. So just send us a DM on Instagram with the answer, but you do have to be liked, okay? You do have to have followed our page on Instagram. Sorry, liked is Facebook. You do have to have followed our page, and we do check. So yeah, if you want to win a $50 Amazon gift card, we will announce the winner of that later this week. And it's also cool to follow our Instagram, because we do upload things which we perhaps don't have enough information to do a full video on, but we'll put them on Instagram. We'll maybe do an article on our website and then share it through Instagram, or just do some Instagram content like Instagram stories, etc. Okay, so that's The Credit Shifu on Instagram. Do give us a follow. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please subscribe if you're new. And if for some reason you do want to apply for a new Amex card, we will put the links to the gold and the green card below, just in case anyone is actually interested in applying for a card at this time. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.